Hello all, welcome to next lecture of Fundamentals of Power Electronics. The outlines of today's session are protection circuits. So when practically thyristors are used for any applications, we need to protect that particular thyristors. So for that we are using some protection circuits here. So in today's session we will discuss about the different types of protection circuits and different types of causes occurring during the working of thyristors. So the protection schemes we are discussing in this session are over voltage protection, over current protection, snubber circuit and crowbar circuit. So the first is protection circuits for SCR. So why basically we need the protection circuit for SCR and what are the different causes are going to occur during the operation of thyristor, that all are we are going to discuss in this session. So first, the protection of device is an important aspect for its reliable and efficient operation. So whenever any type of thyristor devices are used for any applications, the protection is must here. So as we are using a protection for any household applications also, in household applications we are generally using fuse wires. So if any fault occurs or suppose if current reaches beyond the limit, then that fuse wire automatically gets off and it protects the further connected applications here. In the same manner, whenever thyristors are used for operation, it is necessary to protect that particular thyristors, because whenever the operations are considered, some of the major faults are going to occur during the operation here. So in such cases, protection circuits are very necessary. So to get the reliable and efficient operation, we need a protection device for every thyristor. So already I have told that mounting and heat sink of the thyristor here. So basically why we need a heat sink, because whenever thyristor is used in a circuit connection, and that circuit is used for any application, and during the operation current continuously flows through the SCR, and as there is a flow of current, then there is a generation of heat. So to transfer that heat to atmosphere, heat sinks plays very important role here. So in that circuit, heat sink is one type of a protection device. So in the same manner, to maintain the temperature within the operating region, we are using heat sinks for the SCRs. In the same manner, to get the efficient operation of thyristors, the protection devices are very important here. So for satisfactory and reliable operation, the specified ratings of an SCR should not be exceeded due to overload, over voltage transients and other abnormal conditions. So whenever SCRs are constructed, each SCR is constructed with some defined rating here. So specified ratings are given to the every SCR. So here specified rating means, suppose if we consider the motor, the single phase induction motor, if we are going to consider, which is used in everyone's household remedies. So the motor is having a nameplate details here. So every motor has a nameplate details, and that nameplate details indicates the condition or the rating of that particular motor. What amount of voltage that motor is going to take, how much amount of current is flowing through the motor during the operation. So that all are the ratings. So if we exceed the supplied voltage or current exceeds beyond that given limit, then that motor may get damage here. So in the same manner, whenever SCRs are constructed, each and every SCR is constructed with some specified ratings here. So whenever that particular SCR is used for any operation or any application or in any circuit, then the values given to that SCR should not exceed the given ratings. So specified ratings are used only to check what is the condition of that SCR here. So whenever SCR is used for any circuit, the given value should not exceed the ratings. So if the supplied voltage or current or temperature exceeds, then that SCR may get damage here. So that is For satisfactory and reliable operation, the specified ratings of an SCR should not be exceeded due to overload, voltage transients and other abnormal conditions here. If the ratings are exceeded, there is a chance of damage of permanently to the SCR. So the given values or the supply voltage if exceeds more than the rating, then SCR may get permanent damage here. So to protect the SCR against from that damage, we need to protect those devices. So due to the reverse recovery process during the turn off of the SCR, the voltage overshoots occur in the SCR. So when SCR is used in a forward biasing mode and it is conducting, and if we need to turn off that SCR, then the sudden reverse voltage gets applied across the SCR here. Because SCR normally operates in forward biased mode, and to turn off that SCR, we need to apply the reverse voltage. So by applying reverse voltage, reverse recovery process takes place during the turn off of SCR. So this reverse voltage may also damage the SCR here. Next, silicon controlled rectifiers, that is the SCRs, are very delicate semiconductor devices. So we have to use it in a specified ratings to get the desired output. So whenever to get the desired output or to get the reliable operation, the SCR should operate within the specified ratings here. If the operation values goes beyond the ratings, then SCR gets damages because it is a very delicate semiconductor device. SCR may face different types of threats during its operation due to over voltage, over currents. So over voltage, if we suddenly apply the voltage beyond its limit, and over voltage means when SCR is used for the application, and if load increases, then current also increases beyond the rating. So that condition is called as overcurrent condition. So these are the major drawbacks, or these are the major faults or threats occurs at the SCR when it is using in a particular applications. Therefore, there are different types of thyristor protection schemes available for satisfactory operation of the devices, like over voltage protection, over current protection, snubber circuit and crowbar protection. So basically we have studied about the what is the need of protection circuit for the SCR and what are the different methods we are going to use for the protection of SCR here. So whenever SCR is constructed, it is constructed with some specified ratings here. So these ratings indicates that the capacity of the SCR. So whenever SCR is used for any particular application, the applying values, the voltage or the flow of current through the SCR should not exceed this specified ratings. If the applied values exceeds this rating, then SCR may get damaged permanently. Therefore, to protect that SCR from that threats, we are using different protection circuits, that is over voltage protection. So over voltage occurs due to the high value of supply value. Over current occurs due to the increased load. Snubber circuit protection is generally used for over voltage protection, and crowbar protection is used for over current protection. Next, first one is over voltage protection. So it is the most important protection scheme as thyristors are very sensitive to over voltage. Maximum time thyristors failure happens due to the over voltage transients here. So whenever SCRs are used in any particular SCR or thyristor is used for in any circuits, they are very sensitive to over voltages here. So when the over voltage occurs at the SCR, the thyristors may be subjected to two types of over voltages. One is internal over voltage and external over voltage. So due to this over voltage, SCR may get damaged permanently. And there are two types of over voltage faults occurs during the operation of SCR here. So first one is internal over voltage. So after commutation of a thyristor, reverse recovery current decays abruptly with a high di by dt, which causes high reverse voltage. So after commutation, so the meaning of commutation here, the turn off process of SCR or the thyristor. When thyristor is used in a conduction mode in any circuit, and if we need to turn off that SCR or that thyristor in that particular circuit, then we directly switch off the supply or we apply the reverse voltage here. So that process is known as commutation. So commutation means it is a process to make SCR to turn off. The conducting SCR is made to turn off is called as commutation. So when commutation is achieved, the thyristor faces the reverse voltage. So reverse voltage means actually thyristor operates in forward biasing mode, and to turn off that thyristor we need to apply the reverse voltage or we need to switch off the main supply. During both the condition, the thyristor faces reverse recovery current. So due to this reverse recovery current, there is an increase of reverse voltage. So due to this reverse voltage, see the high reverse voltage which causes a high reverse voltage that can exceed the rated breakover voltage and the device may get damaged. So when we apply negative voltage at the conducting SCR, it faces the reverse voltage, and due to that reverse voltage, there is a value exceeds beyond the breakover voltage here, and this may damages the device permanently, or due to reverse voltage there is a permanent damage of junctions in SCR. Therefore, this is one of the major threats during the operation of or during the commutation process of thyristor. Next, second cause is external overvoltage. These are the caused due to various reasons in the supply like lightning, surge condition or abnormal voltage spikes here. So whenever SCRs are used due to some external reasons, there is a change in voltage value, or there is a those change in voltages values are called as external voltages. So they may be gets due to the lightning, that is during a rainy season there is a supply line like the lightning get distracted, or the surge condition, or that is called as abnormal voltage spikes. So due to this abnormal voltage spike, the SCR junction may also get damaged here. So external overvoltage may cause different types of problems in thyristor operation like increase in leakage current, permanent breakdown of junctions, unwanted turn on of devices, etc. So we have to suppress the overvoltages. So due to this external overvoltage condition, the SCR junction may break down permanently, or there is a flow of leakage current. Actually this leakage current is not available for the practical application. There is no any use of this leakage current for practical application, but there is a flow of leakage current which may damage the junction of a SCRs here, or unwanted other devices may turn on, because due to this external overvoltage, the voltage value may increase beyond the ratings, and due to which the unwanted other devices may also turn on. Due to that, there is a voltage drop across the device and the entire operation may get damaged here. So these are the two major over voltage occurrence during the operation of SCR. Next, second is overcurrent protection. So overcurrent mainly occurs due to different types of faults in the circuits. So when SCR is used for any application and the load connected across the SCR if exceeds beyond the limit, then current through the SCR also increases. So if current increases beyond the specified rating, then that condition is called as overcurrent condition. So overcurrent occurs due to the increase in load, and as the load increases, the current through the SCR also increases here. So due to overcurrent, I square R loss. So I square R loss means these are the power loss which will induce in the form of a heat here. So whenever current reaches beyond the specified limit, there is an increase in a heat, and this increased heat if reaches beyond the operating temperature value, then the SCR junctions or thyristor permanently get the damage or device may burn here. So due to overcurrent, I square R loss will increase and high generation of heat may takes place that can exceeds the permissible limit and burn the device. So this is the major threat of overcurrent. So basically overcurrent occurs due to the overload. So load connected across the SCR if increases beyond the limit, then current through the SCR also increases. So that condition is called as overcurrent condition. And due to overcurrent, I square R loss will also increases and high generation of heat may takes place. As current increases, the excess current turns in the form of heat, and if that heat exceeds beyond the limit, operating limit, then device may burn here. So to protect the SCR from this overprotection, we can use these two different protection devices here. So this is the SCR which is connected in a circuit for any particular application, and this SCR has a connection of fuse wire and also there is a connection of a circuit breaker here. So these are the two protective measures are used to protect the SCR against overcurrent protection. So SCR can be protected from overcurrent by using circuit breaker and fast acting current limiting fuses or FACLF. So this is the fuse, fast acting current limiting fuse, which is normally used in household applications. Fuse wire is used and the new invention is a circuit breaker. So here the difference between circuit breaker and fuse is, if the fuse wire gets turned off, we need to place the new fuse wires for each and every application. But circuit breaker has the advantages, it operates like a switch. If overcurrent occurs, then circuit breaker gets trips. It senses the over voltage and it gets automatically trips and it acts as a switch. It opens, circuit breaker gets opens and it stops the further flow of a current to the SCR. So in that manner, these two protective measures protects the SCRs here. When circuit breaker is used, it sends the overcurrent and it gets automatically trips. So as it trips, it acts as a switch. So it trips means it becomes open, and once the circuit breaker gets open, it stops the flow of current to SCR and SCR gets protected here. Or if the current is very sensitive and which is not possible to sense the circuit breaker, then fast acting fuse wire will sense that current and it automatically blow off. So once the fuse wire blow off, there is a open circuit here. So due to this open circuit, there is no path for current to flow. Thus SCR gets protected from the overcurrent or high surge current during very short duration here. So circuit breaker has a different current rating and fuse has different current rating. So the fuse current rating is very sensitive than the circuit breaker here. So by using these two protective measures, we can protect the SCR from overcurrent conditions. Next, third is snubber circuit protection. So normally snubber circuit protections are used in a high voltage or over voltage conditions here. So already we have studied about the over voltage. So when over voltage actually achieved, so when the SCR is used for the commutation process. So here SCR is connected, which is connected across the load and it is operated in a forward mode. So anode of the SCR is connected to positive terminal and cathode of the SCR is connected to the negative terminal. So normally here SCR is operated in forward mode. So to operate, and this condition is known as conducting of the SCR. So when this switch is closed, then the current will flow through SCR through load to again back to the supply. Suppose if we need to turn off this SCR, then we are making sudden switch off of the supply, or we are applying the negative voltage at the anode terminal. So this negative voltage may get damage the SCR junctions here. So that condition is called as a reverse recovery transient, and dV by dt is achieved by using RC snubber circuit. So this over voltage protection can be this over voltage fault can be protected by using the snubber circuit here. So basically snubber circuit means it is the series combination of R and C, and this series combination is connected in parallel with the conducting SCR or the protective SCR, which is going to be protected here. So normally this is the circuit in which load is getting a supply through the SCR, and here this SCR is protected by using the snubber circuit. And normally snubber circuit has a series combination of resistor and capacitor, and this snubber connection is connected in parallel with the SCR, so which is to be protected by the snubber circuits here. So next, this here the circuit also consists of the inductor, which is in series with the load and SCR here. So normally when this supply Vs is turned on, the current will starts flowing. But if we make this switch to close on, if this switch is closed, then at this point current will get two paths here. So the current will flow through the capacitor and also through the SCR. As current is getting divided, that current will not make the SCR to turn on. That is not sufficient to make the SCR in a conducting condition. And at the same time the current is flowing through the capacitor. So when current flows through capacitor, capacitor starts charging, and the charging is, so this plate charges as a positive and this charges as a negative here. So as the supply is increasing, the capacitor goes on charging and it reaches to the charged voltage, which is equal to the supply value. So once the capacitor reaches to its peak value, then capacitor positive terminal gets connected to the SCR and capacitor negative terminal gets connected to the cathode of the SCR here. So this makes SCR as a forward biased. So as the SCR is forward biased, it starts conducting, and conducting SCR acts as a closer switch here. So at that condition, capacitor starts charging through the SCR here. So from the positive, so as the capacitor voltage reaches to peak value, this positive plate appears across the anode terminal of SCR, and this negative supply appears across the cathode terminal of SCR. So this makes SCR to conduct, and once the SCR is conducting, it operates as a closer switch. As the SCR is closed, the capacitor starts discharging through the SCR here. So this is the direction of a discharging current. Suppose if the current reaches beyond the rating, then that may damage the SCR here. Therefore, in series with the capacitor, they are using a resistor. So as the resistor is connected in series, there is a small drop across the resistor, and due to this drop, the SCR may get a current within the specified rating. By this, the SCR gets protected against the over voltage or against the reverse recovery voltage by the snubber circuit. So here the capacitor is called as snubber capacitor and resistor is called as snubber resistor here. So this snubber circuit can also be connected to any switching circuit to limit the high surge or transient voltage. So suppose if is there any high surge in the supply value, then due to that high surge, capacitor gets charges, and once the capacitor charges by the capacitor discharged value, SCR starts conducting here. So until now, capacitor is less than the peak value, SCR remains in off condition only. It starts conducting only when capacitor reaches to its peak value. And to protect the SCR from high discharge current, there is a connection of resistance in series with capacitor. Due to this resistor, there is a small drop in resistor which limits the current and protects the SCR. So in this way, the SCR is protected from high voltage or transient voltage by using the snubber circuit. Next, last protection circuit is crowbar protection. So SCR is used in electronic crowbar circuit for overcurrent protection of power converter. So normally we are having two threads, over voltage and overcurrent protection. For over voltage protection, snubber circuit is used, and for overcurrent protection, crowbar circuit protection is used. For the overcurrent, we can also use the main fuse also, but again along with the main fuse, here we are using a crowbar circuit. So crowbar circuit basically consists of one thyristor. That thyristor or that SCR is called as crowbar thyristor. The gate of this thyristor is connected to gate triggering circuit, and gate triggering circuit gets the input from current sensing resistor, and this current sensing resistance is connected to the power converter. So here power converter is a circuit which is need to be protected against the overcurrent here. So power converter, which is used generally for conversion of the supply from AC to DC, or it is generally used for power conversion. And this power converter circuit is need to be protected against the overcurrent. So for the protection, protective measure, main fuse is used, and along with this fuse, this crowbar circuit is also used here. So crowbar circuit is a combination of crowbar thyristor. The gate of that thyristor is connected to gate triggering circuit, and the gate triggering circuit is connected to the current sensing resistor, and this current sensing resistor is connected to the power converter here. So when power converter is actually operating, and if its current reaches or if its current exceeds the preset value, so normally whenever power converter is used, it is operated with the specified limited current here. So the current sensing resistance has some preset value which is related with the power converter here. So when power converter is operating, and if its current value reaches beyond the limit, and that limit is more than this preset value of the current sensing resistor, then this resistor will sense that current value. So the current sensing resistor detects the value of converter current. So here current sensing resistor is connected to the converter, and which is used to sense the current of this converter here. If it exceeds the preset value, then gate triggering circuit turns on the crowbar SCR here. So normally converter is operating with the specified limit. If the converter current reaches beyond the rating, then that current is sensed by this current sensing resistor here, because whenever this resistor is used, it is set with the some preset value. Suppose if it is set with 5 ampere, and if converter current reaches to 7 ampere, then that will be the more value than the preset value. So that extra 2 ampere will be sensed by this current sensing resistor, and when it senses the current overcurrent, it sends the signal to gate trigger circuit, and this gate trigger circuit turns on. So when this gate trigger circuit turns on, it sends the signal to gate of crowbar thyristor. So when SCR gets the gate signal, SCR starts conducting, and conducting SCR acts as a closed switch. So normally when there is no gate supply, SCR is in open condition. At that condition, current was flowing in this direction from supply to converter, converter to again back to the supply. So when power converter current exceeds the preset value, that exceeded value will be sensed by the resistor, and this resistor sends the signal to triggering circuit. Due to triggering circuit, it turns on, and it makes the SCR to crowbar SCR to turn on. Once the crowbar thyristor turns on, the flow of current changes its path. Actually current flowing to converter, it gets changes, and current will flow through the SCR here. So by making this crowbar thyristor to turn on, the current path can be changed here. So as the current path gets changed, the overcurrent value of converter also gets reduced here. In this way, we can protect the overcurrent of a converter from crowbar SCR. So normally the converter is operated, the converter is connected to the current sensing resistor which senses the over exceeded value of the converter. If current increases, this resistor senses, then this resistor sends the signal to triggering circuit, it turns on and it makes the crowbar thyristor to turn on, and once this thyristor turns on, the current changes its path through the SCR and it protects the it protects the converter circuit against the over current. So after some time the main fuse interrupts the fault current. So if the current is also maximum, then that condition the main fuse gets blow off and it protects the crowbar thyristor also. So in this way we can protect the converters or we can protect the thyristors from the overcurrent. So normally in this session totally we studied about the threads occurring at the thyristors. They are over voltage and over current. So for over voltage protection, snubber circuit is used, and for over current protection, crowbar protection is used here. Thank you.